Welcome back to the Chop Block. We're here chopping it up with the boys. I'm Webb. I'm here with Kobe and Cody. Kobe, take us away.
Yeah, this is the Chop Block brought to you by the Fieldhouse Network. To start this off today, I think we should go over Thursday night football. We had the Eagles going into MetLife Stadium to take on the Giants, and the Giants with a surprising upset. Any first impressions you guys had from that game?
Yeah, the Eagles suck. That's what I took from that. How embarrassing is that? And
either the Eagles suck or Jackson Dart was the hidden gem of the draft.
No, I think Jackson Dart's him.
What about Scat Pack? What about Scat Pack?
Scat Pack, him too.
He may not be hidden because he was a first rounder, but
Scat Pack him.
I thought that was a good performance from Jackson Dart.
Really
I think
good.
he's turning around the culture over there in New York, and I think the future looks bright for the Giants. I don't know if Scat can play more than 3 years with all the fucking hits he's dishing out, but the future looks bright.
So you two are in on the Giants played good. There has to be someone that has to do it.
First off, that's never going to come out of my mouth. I don't think the Giants are back. I don't think no. I just don't think the Eagles are as good as we thought.
Do we think that the injuries have to be playing a toll for the Eagles defense?
I think the most important factor is, unfortunately, Jalen Hurts is just not a good quarterback. I mean, how many missed reads did he have last night?
The pick in the red zone
Smith
to
touchdown.
Me, the pick in the red zone for me was in the fourth quarter was atrocious. That can't happen, especially
that pick, he had A.J. Brown in the end zone by himself.
Oh, that's my fantasy guy right there, baby.
Also, on the rundown, he's loafing. If it wasn't for Saquon, that's pick six. He doesn't get the stop on that. He's loafing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts
their
all around
offensive line has been not as good. I mean, the Eagles I don't know if it's the Giants are really turning it around or, because they were a 1-4 football team going into it. I feel indifferent about that. And I mean, the Eagles offense has been not great. They've gotten bailed out all year on, block kicks, stuff like that, block punts.
I think both sides there are true. The run game's not near as dominant.
It's also a division game. Weird stuff happens, So.
That's true.
Well, I think in retrospect, this Giants team looks a lot better with Jackson Dart at the helm rather than Russell Wilson.
Well, funny you mentioned that because Russell Wilson actually did come in and throw a pass.
And immediately
threw it into the
dirt. Ball about killed the medical.
Yeah, thank you for saying that because I'll bring it to the discussion. Is Dayball an asshole?
Yeah, and he's great.
He's the perfect kind of asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, that poor physician, he was put into a tough spot.
Yeah, I mean, well, he could be turning it around. I mean, they just beat the Super Bowl champs, but then again, you got division games. Sometimes the better team doesn't always win, just like in Patriots Buffalo last week.
Speaking of divisional games, why don't we segue on over to Brown Steelers coming up this Sunday?
Yes,
How do we think that's going to play out?
Steelers always play in one-score games, no matter what. Just like when they played the Vikings before their bye week 2 weeks ago. The Steelers are up like 20-something to 6, and then the fourth quarter comes around, the Steelers win by single digits. It's one score. It's what they do every week. This one being the Browns, I'm actually worried about it, surprisingly. Dylan Gabriel, sometimes when they inject the rookie quarterback, they'll get a little bit hot. And, it happens I feel like every once in a while, the rookie provides some spark. So I don't like that. I think the Steelers win, probably by 3. Really close game throughout, I bet. Super stressful. I'm not going to like it. So that's my thoughts on that.
Man, as disappointing as Cleveland has looked thus far this season, their defense has been playing pretty stout. Yeah. I'm interested to see how Aaron Rodgers does against that Cleveland D.
I will say I'm not as much worried about him. I think he's going to be fine. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers, but our offensive line is bad. Not good. Running game sucks as well. I mean, Gainwell, when he came in 2 weeks ago before the bye week that we just had, I think he rushed for 99 yards. That might be the most we've had all season. But you got Warren coming back, so maybe that helps. But our running game has been bad. Our offense doesn't throw the deep ball anymore. They just throw slants and other routes. That's it. So
So
it'll be. I
sorry,
play
go
the
ahead.
under. Nah, that's it.
What's the spread?
I think. Let me pull it up. Right here, the Steelers are 6-point favorites. They're laying 6, but the spread or the over/under is 37.5. I would take the Browns +6 if you could, and then I would take for the under to happen 37.5. Steelers don't score points. Browns haven't scored over 17, and I think in like 10 games or something like that. So
I don't hate that. So you're picking the Browns to cover the spread.
I think Steelers win, but I think Browns cover. Yeah.
I like that. I mean,
I do too.
That division eats each other alive
every year.
Two good defenses going at each other. As somebody that has only watched one Steelers game all year, admittedly.
How'd that go for you?
Stop. Ramondre. Who are the pass catchers other than DK for the Steelers team? Because I know you've got Freiermuth out there, but he's not being utilized. I know that because he had 1 point on my fantasy team. But besides DK, who's Aaron throwing the ball to?
So we have DK, and we'll throw that guy out the window since you said no DK. Calvin Austin is hurt, so we'll see if he plays. He'll probably be super game time decision. Outside of that, you have our third-round pick from a couple of years ago, Roman Wilson, who has played 5 snaps all year. Then you got Scotty Miller and Ben Skoranek, who are trash. White guys at receiver, I'm out. Then you have Pat at tight end, Jonnu Smith at tight end, and Darnell Washington at tight end, and Connor Hayward at tight end. And I will say Pat and Jonnu Smith last game played less snaps than Connor Hayward and Darnell Washington at tight end. So the offense is bad.
Remind me if you remember. I don't know if you do or not, but what did you guys get for Pickens? Because that doesn't seem like it was a great trade for you guys.
Yeah, we got a third-round pick. That's it. Yeah, dog. It's all. I mean, and people say he's a head case. I don't get it. He doesn't get in trouble off the field ever. Ever.
I thought it was pretty obvious that any behavioral issues from Pickens just came from the lack of quarterback play in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, he had Kenny Pickett throwing him the ball. I mean, what do you think's going to happen? Kenny Pickett for whatever, and then you have Russell, who Russ is good at throwing the deep ball, and then can't do anything else. And then when you don't get George Pickens, whatever.
Speaking of Pickett, and I know we were talking about the Steelers, and we can segue into another game. Is it time for him to get the call again?
Yes, it is time for him to get the call. Yes. The Raiders they're not going to win game. For Geno to have 8 or 9 picks, whatever it is, you're not going to win games. And I mean, they're going up against, the Titans this week, so maybe they let Geno run it back out. But, and I mean, right here, I'm looking at the line. The Raiders are 6.5-point favorites. And actually, I think it got moved to 5.5 points. And the over-under is 41.5. But you're not going to win games if your quarterback's turning the ball over that many times.
He has 9 picks in 5 games.
I don't. Yeah.
9 picks in 5 games.
The Raiders. They're an interesting team to watch because sometimes Geno will get momentum going and they're pushing downfield, and then
he's a good quarterback. He's just an idiot.
Like week 1 against the Patriots. Still blows my mind.
I don't know. I think you maybe because you're paying him all that money. Of course, you're going to give him a longer leash, and I mean, everybody knows what Kenny Pickett is. He's super good up close passing. He won't offer you anything stretch the field. But since they're paying him all that money, they probably let him right the ship here against the Titans. But I mean, if he commits, if I'm the coach and he throws a pick and it's his fault, I'm pulling him. But that won't happen. They'll probably let him make a couple mistakes. But it's the Titans. He shouldn't make any. The Titans are awful.
The Raiders and Titans is one of those games where you just kind of look at the bottom of the screen and see the highlights. No one's tuning into that game.
Nope.
Absolutely nobody. It's a poop fest of the week.
I mean, at the end of the day, whoever comes away with a loss got the W. they're just competing for draft picks.
I need the Titans to keep losing because they got their quarterback, and the Steelers have made multiple trades with them throughout the years, and they like trading with each other. So I need that to keep happening because I guarantee the Steelers move up for a quarterback, in this year's draft, and it'll probably be with the Titans if they trade with somebody. So let them keep
Is that the plan, you think?
Oh, yeah.
So who are we picking? So are we picking the Raiders this week against the Titans?
Oh, no, man.
I'm picking the Raiders, yeah. That Titans team's abysmal.
The Titans, they have nothing to speak for.
I'm going to fade you both, and I'm going to go with the Titans because the Titans got lucky last week with the Cardinals. I get it with that one miraculous play. But I think that
you think the Titans
play...
win back-to-back games, huh? They might go all year and win 2 games, 2-3 games.
I know,
games.
But I think that type of play...
Cam Ward's first touchdown?
Yeah, but I think that type of play can kind of spark a little bit of momentum within a franchise. Like, hey, we found a way to win. Even if it wasn't pretty, we still did it. And the Raiders are not good. So,
no.
I think
they have weapons, though. I mean, I don't know if Brock Bowers is playing.
Has looked good all season.
Yeah, he's come on as of late. He kind of got stuff weeks 1 and 2, but yeah,
I like the Raiders' weapons more than the Titans' weapons. If I'm being honest,
especially Brock plays putting more talent out there.
Yeah,
somebody's got to fade. Nobody's the one. Give me the Titans.
Let's move on to the Lions traveling to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Chiefs. How do we think that's going to play out?
Probably game of the week, huh?
It'll be the game of the week, but if you watch the podcast that we have of college football, it should be released here soon. That is my parlay pick of the week, is Oregon to cover the spread paired with the Lions, because the Lions, for some reason, are underdogs in this game. They're plus money.
Yeah.
How?
I can't believe that.
The Lions are dogs?
I think Kansas City's been looking rough all year, and when you match them up against the Lions, who offense have been playing on another level. I mean, every statistical category, they're ranking top 5, top 10. I just don't think Kansas City will be able to keep up with them.
No. And I fully believe that this is the Lions' year this year, too. I think they are my Super Bowl favorites, in my opinion. Last year they went to the NFC Championship game and they didn't have Aiden Hutchinson throughout the playoffs. I think this is their year, so I'm very bullish on the Lions here.
So as you guys know, there's few things I hate more than the Chiefs. And I successfully have hate watched a Chiefs loss 3 times this year already. And we've got people in our group chats being like, you don't know ball, you don't watch Chiefs. No, actually I do watch the Chiefs, and I watch them every single week and hope they lose. And for like 5 years, it never happened. But now, maybe we're starting to finally figure out how to defend this Chiefs team, which is what I've been saying for years. Now, Worthy being back makes a difference. I will admit, he kind of put a little bit of life into their offense last week. But what you got, and Kelsey has definitely lost a step. But if you can get pressure with 4 to Mahomes, your defense is going to hold up on the back half. Okay, because Mahomes, he's great out of the pocket and making those sidearm crazy throws, but in the pocket, he's not an elite passer like everyone says he is.
We'll agree to disagree on that one. I don't agree.
I feel like so far this season we've been seeing more mistakes out of Mahomes than we're used to seeing. But I think part of that plays into the offensive line not playing as well as they used to, and him not having any solidified downfield targets.
They need Rashee Rice back so bad. He
has the guy. Like Worthy, it was a first-round pick.
Yeah, I don't care about where you're drafted. I care about what you're doing. That dude gets hurt every other play. I mean, what was the stat, Kobe? You said he was on your fantasy team and he got put on the injury watch for rolling his ankle on the plane. I mean, what are we doing?
His ankle swelled on the flight.
If the Chiefs want to put together a legit run here, go get AJ Brown. AJ Brown doesn't want to be in Philly anymore. Go get him.
So here's the thing that
if they want a first, give them a first. Who cares?
But as fans of all different AFC teams, we should not want the Chiefs to succeed any more than they already have. I just can't stand them. I hate them more than I hate commercials, which is like my top. And so I see physical joy when I see Patrick Mahomes not read the dropping edge player and throw a pick 6 to Trevor Lawrence and the Jags on Monday Night Football. I sought joy in that and watching him go look like a bumbling moron because he can't read a defense. And now maybe
defense. Well, come on.
Maybe I'm finally starting to get some good fortune.
Talk about the
here.
best quarterback of all time when it's all said and done.
There's a little bit of truth in what Webb is saying here. You know, when we've seen Mahomes at his best, it's when he has a prime Travis Kelce downfield. It's when he had Tyreek Hill downfield. Without exactly, and without that talent to help prop him up, I think we're seeing Mahomes force. And we saw it in the Super Bowl against Philly. Without these solidified threats downfield, we see Mahomes forcing some more bad balls, resulting in turnovers or bad passes. He's still, a top 3 quarterback in the league.
No doubt.
And I said he,
that.
not we. I said he, not we.
Okay.
But you got to look at what he's got with him right now. Like he's turning Tyquan Thornton, who got cut from the trash Pats wide receiver core, and making him useful. I mean, he can make players useful. To me, the offense line has to be a little bit better. If
he played a little more like Josh Allen,
they're going to make the playoffs. The Chiefs are going to make the playoffs.
They'd be better.
In my defense with Tyquan Thornton's play caller was Matt Patricia. So if he had
Buckeyes defensive coordinator, watch your mouth.
If he had McDaniels, which I know McDaniels not a good head coach, I think McDaniels is one of the top offensive coordinators in the world.
I agree.
I mean, he's working wonders on this team right now after a sloppy week 1, and then week 3, you get a loss there, but turnovers aren't going to win you games. That's not on him. But I look at the Chiefs team, and I think that this team's not getting any younger. Patrick's 30. I mean, realistically, I know some people play into their 40s, but that's not a sustained formula that everyone's going to do. So he's not getting any younger. And Kelsey's almost done. Andy Reid's in his 70s. He's almost done. I mean, there's going to be a point. So it
sounds like you're saying their window is closing, so they need to go all in right now. Go get A.J. Brown.
I do think their window is closing. I don't think it's closing rapidly, but I think it's shrinking.
I bet they have 7 more years left of being
relevant.
As
4.
As long as Mahomes is there, they're going to be all right.
As long as they have Mahomes and Reid, their window is still open.
That's why they have to go get an alpha. Go get
I agree. Go
get A.J. Brown. Go get a solidified number 1.
I'll freak out if they go get A.J. Brown. Legitimately, I'll freak out.
Pay the capital. If it's a first and something, do it. I don't even think it'll be a first.
I'll freak out if they get A.J. Brown. But realistically, Kelsey's got This is one year left.
I think this is Kelsey's last year.
I agree.
It's his last year.
Reid is 72. Do you think he's coaching until he's 79?
I think he stays with Patrick his whole career. I think.
I just don't see him coaching until his 80s.
How old is Pete Carroll?
74, maybe a little bit older.
Yeah, he's in his I think he's 70. He's in his low 70s. Yeah,
but Carroll's not got that many left in him.
74. Yeah. Carroll came back. Maybe he's ready. Ready for the first overall pick. But
also, if we want to compare Pete Carroll to the big walrus, that's 2 different types of human. I'll say it.
He said,
"I hate the Chiefs." Andy Reid. His lifespan doesn't look like Pete Carroll's, in my opinion.
So what y'all's pick'ems for this game? Let's pick. Oh, I know we did. We picked the Lions.
The Chiefs could be playing the Titans, and I would pick the Titans. I'm picking the Lions.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to the next game. Kobe, what you got for us?
This one should be pretty brief. We have the Rams going to Baltimore to take on the mean Cooper Rush. Without Lamar Jackson, Baltimore just can't get the ball moving at all.
It's easy.
Their offense is dependent on him. You could have, it doesn't matter what running back you have back there. Derrick Henry, Barry Sanders, fucking Eric Dickerson. They're going to put eight men in the box and stop that run game and have no worry with Cooper Rush going downfield.
Yep. This one's easy. It's the Rams. It's a blowout. It's a big win. I don't think there's really anything else that needs to be said. The Ravens are a dumpster fire without Lamar.
Yep. I will say that is very accurate. I am definitely taking the Rams here. I'm taking whatever the spread is. Get your money with that. I don't know what the over-under is. I would take the under because I don't think the Ravens are going to score 7 points. They'll score 7 to 10 points, maybe 13, but
the Rams could put up 40.
The Ravens defense.
The Ravens have the Ravens have the lowest rated defense in the league right now. They're 32. So I will say, looking at the odds books earlier this week, the Ravens are still the favorite to win the AFC North. So that's disrespectful to my Steelers, because if the Ravens lose this game, they're gonna be 1-5, and the Steelers, if they beat the Browns, they're gonna be 4-1. And I mean,
that tells me to go run and put my money on Joe Flacco in Cincinnati.
Joe Flacco, baby. Yeah, no, this Flacco, is easy. Man. Super, super easy for me.
Keep it rolling, Cody.
Next, I think we could touch on the Seahawks coming into Jacksonville. Jacksonville coming off of a short week and a big win. How do we think that's going to play out?
I'll start it. I think the Seahawks are going to win. And I think it's because the Jags are on such a high, win. I give it the Chiefs maybe are down a little bit, but it feels like when you beat the Chiefs, it kind of feels like teams have just won their Super Bowl. It still kind of feels like that. So
ready for a letdown right after. Yeah.
Exactly. This is. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a low, a lack of offense for the Jaguars this week. And I think the Seahawks are going to win. Sam Darnold playing pretty good. Ran into a buzzsaw last week with Mayfield. But
MVP Baker, I'm telling you, it's happening.
Legit. But yeah, give me the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, I like Seattle here. I think Jacksonville's been playing a little fluky. I don't want to say they've been getting lucky, but their brand of football, I don't know how sustainable that really is going out throughout the season. And some interesting points to bring up about Seattle is they're last in the league on pass attempts. Right now, their offense is an even 50-50 split between run and pass. They are ranked number 1 in the league in yards per pass attempt. They have number 6 ranked red zone defense, number 5 in points per game. I think it's a very good roster overall, very balanced. And I don't think Jacksonville will be able to score that much on them or keep up with their offense.
They're first in passing because that right there, that Buckeye helmet right there, that Buckeye flag, JSN is, I think he is solidifying himself into a top 10 receiver in the league. If he hasn't already, that guy is good. They feed him the ball. Darnold understands when you have an alpha receiver coming from Minnesota, you get on the ball, good things happen. I wish more quarterbacks around the league, especially young ones, would take that approach when you have your receiver.
Jalen Hurts would do that.
I mean, yeah, but even with the Steelers, DK should get 10 targets a game, minimum.
No,
Stephon Diggs, 10 targets a game, minimum. It'll help your quarterback back out so much. Just feed your alpha. And for me, I think this is going to be a closer game just because I don't know if I'm buying stock in the Jaguars just yet, but I think they are a good team. I don't know how good, but I would say give me 27-23 and give me Seahawks here. So I think we're all three going Seahawks, which the Jaguars are fighting for a division. I think they're tied for first in their division right now, so this gives us a segue over to the Colts. We all three have the Jags dropping that one, so let's go to the Colts game, Cody.
Yeah, we have the Colts taking on the Cardinals. Update today, Kyler Murray did practice after 2 straight days in a boot. Still questionable. If Kyler doesn't play, they'll have Jacoby Brissett. Personally, as a Colts fan, this season has been a joy to watch thus far, but there's still a lot of PTSD there. I don't think I'll trust this team for a while. Any game I feel like we could give up, but I think we have a much better roster than what they have in Arizona. If Kyler Murray plays, it'll be a lot closer. Even if Jacoby Brissett steps in and plays, he spent years in Indy, I'd be nervous about him as well.
Not to cut you off there, I think if Jacoby plays, that he is good for one game a year of where he's going to saw someone the fuck up. So
yes, he is. I mean, Webb's familiar too, having spent years in New England.
He wasn't good. He wasn't due for very many last year. I can tell you that. But no, I think that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think that the Colts have the best running back in football, and I don't really know if it's close. I mean, Saquon and McCaffrey's, McCaffrey's kind of like a different breed for me. But like pure runner, I think Jonathan Taylor is probably the best pure runner in football right now. He's playing out of his mind, and I don't think the Cardinals' defense is very good. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't watch Colts games, but Michael Pittman's playing pretty well, isn't he?
Yeah, Michael Pittman is playing his ass off. He's playing fantastic football.
So you finally got
this is a Pittman that we all expected to see.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. So you finally got some production out of the guy you thought you were getting, and Pittman, and you've got Taylor, and you've got Downs and Pierce on a deep ball and stuff like that. I think the Colts, and of course Jones is playing out of his mind right now. I think the Colts are a sneaky team to watch. I still don't know who I'm picking out of the South. I think the Texans are a dumpster fire, and obviously the Titans are terrible. But I still don't know who I'm picking out of the South. But I think that I take the Colts in this one over the Cardinals, even if Kyler plays. He's a midget.
All right, so we got Webbo going Colts, Kobe, obviously Colts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For me, I mean, what a redemption story for, Daniel Jones. I mean, for the front office and the coach to have the stones to pull a top 5 pick AR out like that and ride with Daniel Jones officially, and for him to reward them like this is something you don't see all the time. I mean, I know we're kind of spoiled right now because we just saw it with Geno and Sam Darnold and all that. And, Danny's going to get his money after this year, hopefully by the Colts. Hopefully he still does well. I mean, they drafted Tyler Warren home run in the first round. I mean, dude. How did the Bears take Colson Loveland over him? I don't know.
I don't know how I forgot about Warren.
I love Chicago, man.
Yeah, Michael Pittman's a stud.
The whole roster's been looking fantastic.
Josh Downs is really good. I was really high on A.D. Mitchell with him coming out of Texas. I know he had that bonehead drop the ball before he touched
he's
down.
Been a stinker.
Hopefully he can get some playing time again. And then on the other side, the Cardinals are a dumpster fire per usual. Kyler's good halftime, good not. Marv, my sweet boy, I'm sorry you're in Arizona, but I'm going to take the Cardinals in this one. That's all I'm saying. Not the Colts. I'm going Cards. I like the little upset here. It's the NFL. Something weird always happens. Give me the Cardinals for this one, but I love where the Colts are going. I really do.
It feels like we're back in Andrew Luck times, where every year mid-season we're labeled dark horse Super Bowl team.
I like what they do, but give me the Cards in this one just to.
You better hope not, because that's a wild card exit for you. Maybe a divisional
against.
That's why I need the Chiefs to win.
Our dick on the Bills.
Maybe I'm telling you, this is going to be the first game we guys complain about a football.
This is going to be the first year the Steelers win their division, and they're going to get the Chiefs in the playoffs first round, and I'm going to.
Not the same team.
Forgetting about Cincinnati.
Not the same Chiefs team.
Shit. All right, next game, Kobe. What you got for us?
Next game, I think we get some more of these stinkers out of the way, like Patriots and Saints. Webb, you can take the lead on this one.
I do think that this is a stinker of a game. Hopefully the Patriots win. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. The Saints are not good. Spencer Rattler, not good. Although he has been playing a little bit better than he has last year. I still don't trust the Saints. I don't trust any of their playmakers. Kamara is probably their best guy, and he's old. Olave is a walking blue tin. So, I mean, obviously I'm picking the Patriots. I'll talk a little bit about the Patriots, kind of like we were talking about feeding your stud. Diggs started off slow last 2 weeks. I think his targets were like 10 and 12 or something like that. Last week he kind of exploded, had his breakout game of the year to let people know that he's still a top receiver in the league, in my opinion, even after coming off an injury. And Drake's balling right now. He really is. He won't be up in the MVP conversation yet because of who he is, and he's young and stuff like that compared to some of those guys I could name. But if you break down stats and you look at stats, he's right up there, man. He outplayed Josh Allen last week, in my opinion. Josh turned it over. Drake didn't. When it mattered most, he made the plays that escaped him in the sack where he was getting half drugged down. It was a big time play to get the first. But yeah, Hunter Henry playing good. I don't know why they don't give Travion the ball. It kind of doesn't make sense to me
Fucking beats me.
because Ramondre dips his hands in oil every single day before the games and just can't hold on to the football. So, and they keep giving him the ball. They keep giving him carries. I don't get it.
I saw after the game Vrabel consoling him, telling him everything, like just hugging him, telling him it's going to be okay. At what point? I mean, don't get me started
And this
there.
has
I
been
think
going on for years now.
it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
This is Ramondre's fifth year, and I don't know the number on top of my head, but
He has to lead the league in fumbles, and it has to be by a lot.
almost guaranteed. This year alone,
He has like 5. Yeah,
which is
3 or 2 of them against the Steelers. Yeah, it's trash.
one of them at the goal line, which would have won you the game. I'm not even the goal line, the 2-inch line. It's disgusting. But we'll real quick, and we can move on because this game, I think we're all probably going to be in agreement here. But I would hope at least. But Kobe Vrabes, as a Colts fan, you matched up against Vrabes a lot. How do we feel like he's doing? Obviously, he's not a first-year head coach, but he's a first-year head coach for the Patriots. It's 5 games. You're in quarter 2 of the season. Of the first quarter, what do you grade Vrabel so far as a guy that you've seen him a lot?
I mean, right now, because the Patriots have shown that they can be a good squad, but they've also played down to a couple of the teams they've played. They seem a little all over the place to me right now. I think I'd give them a C+. I think there's still a lot of room to grow there. Still a lot of pieces to get, a lot of holes to fill. I think the future looks bright in New England, but right now it's a struggling team. Inconsistencies everywhere. As far as picking a winner between the two, I think a couple Ramondre fumbles and some shoddy play calling and the miraculous Spencer Rattler 70-yard touchdown. I think New Orleans is going to walk away with a win this week.
I don't think that's bad, especially the Patriots coming off the big high they have of last week. But for Kobe to give Braves a C+, I understand that, but I also want to point out that he has handled the Stephon Diggs situation very well because going into the season, you had Stephon on a boat doing drugs with multiple different women, got plastered everywhere. That was handled well. I hate Ramondre. He's handling that how a play.
Handle it well.
I mean, dealing with diva receivers is different. Look at AB after he left Mike Tomlin. Dude went cuckoo. Le'Veon after he left Tomlin, cuckoo. That's why people give Tomlin a lot of crap. I'm one of them, but he's a player's coach, and I think that goes a long way. And you have Ramondre after the game, even though I don't like that as a fan. I want him to yank him by his neck and fight him. But consoling him after the game. All that stuff I think is great.
That's nice to see, but in the same hand, I feel like that's you got to hold your players accountable to the mistakes they make.
I agree. I agree completely.
What I don't get is
I think from the player standpoint, they appreciate that. But my thing is, I'm not going to give him a C+. I'll give him a B+. And my big reason for the B+ is that this could have gone so bad with Drake May, like. The second year is when you find out if you have your quarterback or not, and for it to not be a dumpster fire for Drake May, and the Patriots now they know they have their quarterback of the future is huge. I mean, to me that justifies a B+. And he's a Buckeye. I love Braves, and he's a Steeler.
And I do agree. I think that going into the second year of Drake or any young quarterback that is, you have to know hey, especially the Patriots last year, you got to get those guys weapons. And they attempted with Stephon Diggs, and so as of right now, it's paying off. He needs more, in my opinion. But
yes,
my thing is, and this will be the last thing, and we can move on. But against the Steelers, your Ramondre fumbles twice, and then Gibson. Okay, well, he's the backup, so Gibson comes in, he fumbles. It's still, they went to Travion a little bit, but still not to where not just me, but the whole fan base of New England wants him to have the carries. There has to be a point where you look at Vrabel and you're like, did he fuck your wife? Like, why are you not giving this guy carries when he's, in all honesty, probably outperformed them when he has the ball in his hand?
It's the rookie factor, and that's the only thing I can think of is that Vrabel is a knuckles in the dirt coach, and he wants you to earn it, and it's just like out in Pittsburgh right now. We drafted Caleb Johnson, who I was ecstatic to draft. I think he's a great zone runner. No snaps, getting 0 snaps a game, none.
Well,
And I think just these old coaches that are players coaches, they trust their veterans. Not really working out here in Ramondre's case. Travion's time's coming. I mean, I always say trust your buck. If you have an offensive player that's a Buckeye, trust him. He's going to be good.
Last thing, I'm going to take 10 seconds. The thought around Travion is that I know in college he was an elite pass blocker. The thing is that his NFL pass blocking has been holding him up, and he hasn't been great at it, which is why they're going with Ramondre.
He'll adjust. Yeah, he'll adjust. Pass blocking is one of the easiest things to know. Travion was a dog at Ohio State pass blocking. That's why they had him playing more than Judkins half the time. I mean, they split carries for the most part, but if it was you had to have it down, he was in there. Pass blocking wise, he was just on a different level. So I think that'll come. I think he's probably getting used to the strength difference in the NFL. They're a lot more stronger. But for my pick, I think the Patriots are going to win, and I'm going to say by a touchdown. We'll go by a touchdown.
I'll go by 2. Also, Milt Williams is a dog. He's worth every penny. Kobe?
All right, Cody, where are we going next?
And then I think next we can talk about Broncos Jets.
Are we into the 3 o'clock game yet?
Justin Fields been playing his ass off.
Buckeye, baby.
Broncos Jets.
I can start us off here. I think the Jets are better than what people will give them credit for. They're just not putting it all together at the same time. I've been watching a lot of the Jets games this year, just because early on, I think the Steelers beat them by like a point or two, and I was really impressed with Justin Fields. I don't think he's thrown an interception all year, which kind of crazy. I don't know for sure on that. He might have thrown 1 or 2, but I think it's 0. To me, I think he has grown a lot as a passer. When the Jets move the ball down the field, they're great at running the football. Breece Hall and fantastic, but they always kill. Like, I've watched so many games this year where they get in the red zone, holding penalty, false start, something here, something there, a drop pass. But man, this game for me, I don't know who I'm going to pick. I'll think about this while you guys talk, but I want to go Jets here just because I don't like the Broncos. If they get Evan Ingram the ball, maybe I will like them. I don't know. But I'm leaning Jets here. Let's go ahead and give Aaron Glenn his first win by 3. I'll go Jets 23-20. Super quick, easy. Yeah. I think Fields does something with his legs, maybe a 40-yard scamper, 50-yard scamper for a touchdown, something weird. Maybe Sauce seals the game with a pick. I don't know. Just give me the Jets here, winning by 3.
I think this is a good matchup here. I like the brand of football that Denver and New York's been playing. Pittsburgh should have never let go of Justin Fields, should have never benched him for Russell Wilson.
He didn't want to stay here. That was the first quarterback they went after. He said no, he was good. So I have the helmet right there. I'm sad.
But I like Bo Nix a lot. I like how Sean Payton's been moving the Denver offense. The defenses look just as good as everybody thought it would. I think it'll be a good game, a fun game. I think we'll see a good game out of Justin Fields and Bo Nix. If I had to pick a winner, give me Denver by 3.
Yeah, so you guys think it's going to be a close game. I think this is going to be like a Rams-Ravens game. I think the Broncos are going to win. I think they're going to win by a lot.
I could definitely see a pathway of that happening too, though.
I just think the Jets, Fields is playing better, but just like you said, when the Jets have a good drive, they have a false start, they have a hold, they kill themselves. I think the Jets are the Jets, and the Broncos have a suffocating defense. And Bo Nix is playing
Yeah,
well.
I think they have the best 4 pass rushers in the league.
Yeah.
Like the unit as a whole is.
Yeah, Benito is playing out of his mind, OUDNA. But
OUDNA, yeah.
but yeah, I don't. You guys think it's close? Cody, you're going with Jets. Kobe, you're going with Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos. I think it's going to be big. I'm potential 2 to 3 score. I don't know what the spread is, but I would pick the Broncos to cover, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it either goes that way or the Jets barely win. I think if it's a close game, I would go Jets, but I can also see the Jets getting beat by 20. Just how it goes.
So, I mean, like I said, I think it'll be an interesting matchup. And then another interesting matchup that we can talk about here, I think, would be the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Cincinnati having Joe Flacco step in at quarterback. And I'm not big on Joe Flacco. I don't think anybody is. But I think a common thing that we see throughout every season in the NFL is whenever you have an experienced quarterback step up, they're good for one game. And I saw Jamar Chase got labeled at questionable today, but if Jamar Chase is healthy and with him and T. Higgins out there, I think that's enough weapons for Joe Flacco to move that ball.
You got a score prediction here, or you want to save it?
I'll save it.
Yeah, for me, I'll go ahead and say I think the Packers are going to win this game. I think take the over. I will say take the over. The Bengals offense has been really bad, but Joe fucking slings the ball, dude. I will say if you're a Chase Brown owner, keep Chase Brown. Joe Flacco has, I think it's like 6 to 8 attempts a game. He's throwing checkdowns to the running back. So, I mean, Chase Brown, I think, is about to explode. I think if you want him, go get him. If you're selling him, sell him high. Don't sell him. I wouldn't. I think a lot of people are talking about how it's going to help out Jamar. I think it's going to help out T. Higgins here. He hasn't done anything all year. He's been awful all year, and he just got paid. But the Packers are known to lay stinkers. They've lost to the Browns, but I don't think they're going to lose here. I bet it's going to be 20. I'll go 30 to 27. Actually, 30 to 24 here. I'll go Packers win by 6, but I think take the over, whatever it is. I think it'll be pretty high scoring here.
Yeah, I like taking the over. I think it'll be high scoring. I do think Green Bay is a better team, but just given with trends that we see, I think Joe Flacco will step in and he's good for one win. I'm taking the Bengals here in the upset. Webb, what do you got?
So I'm gonna side with Cody again, or not again, but this time I'm gonna side with Cody. But yeah, I'm taking the Packers. I do think that the Joe Flacco thing. By the way, it was driving me crazy how you were saying Flacco. I do think Flacco will kind of bring a little bit of like extra juice to that offense. I agree with what Cody was saying about Chase Brown. He's not mobile, so sometimes he's going to have to throw him the ball.
Dog shit.
And the Cincinnati defense is nothing.
No. But I do think that when you got someone that can actually throw the ball downfield, it's gonna. I mean, the people are still gonna triple cover Jamar. I mean, they have to. So I think the T explosion games are gonna start coming. But yeah, I'm taking the Packers. I think the Bengals defense is gonna get. I think Josh Jacobs is gonna run all over them. I really do. That's Josh Jacobs. If I had to make a pick for like fantasy performance of the week, Josh Jacobs would be up there for me. I would give him 2 touchdowns, 100-something yards on the ground. I think he's going to have a great game. And I'm going Packers 27-17.
I could see that too. And I think this can lead us into we got the Chargers and the Dolphins.
Did you pick that last one?
I didn't give a score, but I picked Bengals in the upset.
Bengals. Cool.
But I think this can lead us into Dolphins Chargers. Justin Herbert's been playing MVP caliber football. Dolphins have looked good and terrible. I mean, that's an inconsistent team. How do you think this one's going to play out?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I think the Chargers they're a big letdown for me. They came out firing out the gate, beating the Chiefs. I thought this was the year they put it all together, and then The Najee injury happens. Hampton injury happens. Disgusting. I don't know how to read that team. I don't know. And so I believe in their offense. I believe in Herbert to spread the ball around. You have three really good receivers. I mean, Lad, Webb, please give me him in fantasy. I'm tired of asking you every week. Lad's really good. Keenan's really good. Quentin Johnston's really good. So they have everything there for them to actually make a push here to get into the playoffs, make a push again. I believe in Herbert. I thought this was going to be the year that he kind of etches his way to maybe an MVP season. I've taken that back now. I have my MVP. I know who it is. We're going to talk about the game later. But uh, then looking on to the other side, the Dolphins. Shout out Darren Waller, man. Way to come back and actually be worth something and showing that you still got it. You signed the big. Who did you sign the big contract with? The Raiders. Was that
Giants.
or the Giants? Giants, yeah. Signed the big contract with the Giants. Retired. Everybody thought it was super weird because he was at his peak. It felt like, and he's come back and he's shown every bit of that. I think he's really good. Tyreek going down sucks. Killed my fantasy season, really. Got nothing. But Waddle, he's got to toughen up, man. I don't know what it is. I feel like every time I watch a game, something happens where he's limping off the field for a couple plays, and the Dolphins shut down their legs. A-Chain, really good, or A-Chain, however you say it, really good. But their defense is disgusting. I think it's right down there with the Ravens for being the worst I've ever seen of all time. Give me the Chargers here pretty big. I would say 35-17. Take the points. Take the Chargers covering. Take the over.
Yeah, I think the Chargers will cover this pretty easy. And, talking about those running back injuries, all season they've shown to be a pass-first offense.
They're about to explode passing. Yeah.
I don't think those injuries are going to hurt him as much as they would other teams. I mean, it does hurt a little bit, but Herbert still has his weapons, and I think he'll put together a good game here against Miami.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Chargers are going to win. But, I mean, kind of like I said before, I think the Chargers are going to win by a lot. Like I said with the Broncos and Jets, I don't think it's going to be close. The Dolphins are not good. Just take it how it is. Look at the Jets. They're not good. Look at the Dolphins. They're not good. You guys talk about you believe in Herbert. I after week one, I was like, okay, Herbert, he's in that MVP season. Week two, played good again. I think if my memory is correct, I think he played good again. And then he's kind of slapped off a little bit.
Yep, that's what he does every year, man.
And then, especially last week with Washington, I mean, you've got Daniels back, but he's coming back off a 2-week hiatus with a knee injury. I mean, those are the types of games that Herbert has to capitalize, and you can't. If you lose them, you lose them. But they got blown out. I mean, that game got ugly, and it got ugly quick. So I do believe Herbert's a good quarterback. I don't know if he's top 5, like some people think he is. I think he's obviously top 10. But I'll tell you who I believe in. I believe in Jim Harbaugh because I think that guy is a football coach, and I think if there's anybody that's going to be able to turn these guys around after the injuries and get them straightened out, I think Harbaugh is that coach to do it. Like I said, give me the Chargers.
It is a little harder to win football games when you don't have a coach bringing you the signals for the other team. But
Webb likes him, man. I'm telling you, him and Bill. Now he loves Harbaugh.
No, don't do that to me.
Go figure. Hey, color me shocked.
Don't do that to me. I like Harbaugh because he's weirdo. Okay, but we don't have to talk about that. We don't talk about that. But give me Lad McConkey to have his breakout fantasy game. I talked earlier about Josh Jacobs. This is the week I think Lad McConkey actually breaks out. Last week he got his first touchdown of the year. This week, watch Lad against the Dolphins.
I could see it. And then next up, one last game before my pick for the game of the week. We can cover Panthers and Cowboys real quick. That should be an easy one for Dallas.
Easy.
Panthers, Bryce Young.
Easy.
Dallas on 3, 1, 2, 3 Dallas. I mean, it's
Dallas. Yeah. CD might come back this week, maybe. So if you're listening to this for fantasy purposes, CD might be back potentially. But
who?
If not, CD's nuts. Yeah, give me the Cowboys. I will say I think it'll be closer than what y'all are making it out to be, just because the Cowboys defense is that dog shit. Rico Dowdle will not rush for 200 yards again, though. I will say that won't happen.
Is Chuba back?
No,
I
he's
think
not
it's
back.
questionable.
Yeah, he hasn't practiced yet. I know that because Tujer keeps wanting me to take Chuba. So, yeah, give me the Cowboys here I'll say by 7 touchdown.
Yeah, give me Cowboys by 14.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm not impressed with anything in Carolina.
Yeah, I'm not either. Give me Dallas 24-7.
Nice.
And then this brings us to my pick for the game of the week. We have
Easily.
49ers and Buccaneers. I'm excited for this matchup. It'll be the best game on Sunday. How do you guys think this is going to play out?
I'll let Webb go here. I went last the first couple times, but I'll save it.
All right. I'm kind of torn on this game because if obviously my team's the Patriots, if I had to pick a second team, I would go with the Bucks because of Bake, being an OU fan. But on the other side, it's like looking at your ex-girlfriend who sucked when you were there,
Tag.
and then now it looked like Pro Bowl Mac hitting the gritty. I don't know where to go. I mean, I do know where to go. I think the Bucks are going to win. Because that's kind of what the Bucks do. They've kind of turned into that team where they don't play great until 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. I mean, with a minute left in the fourth or 2 minutes in the fourth, or whatever it is, they look like the greatest football team of all time. And so Baker's playing out of his mind. I know we'll talk about it in a minute, but I mean, I love Bake, but I legitimately think he's the MVP right now. He's playing out of his mind. He's got some stud weapons around him. I mean, Rachaad White may be the best backup running back to come in if your starter gets hurt. I mean, Rachaad White's a good running back. And Bucky Irvin, I think he's out this week, but he won't be out very much longer. Bucky Irvin is an absolute animal. You've got Evans. He's hurt for, I think, maybe a week or two more, but he'll be back. Godwin, I know he played last week, but I think he might be out again this week. And then you've got the guy Cody's alluding to. Probably right now, he's got to be your rookie of the year, right? He's got to be your rookie of the year.
He's easily not close.
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren is playing well, but they're not going to give it to a tight end. Brock Bowers should have won the rookie of the year last year.
He's having a better season than Bowers last year.
Well, it's week 5, so.
Well, Egbuka's, I think, third in the NFL in receptions, yards, whatever. Fantasy-wise, he's the third receiver in the NFL right now.
I think I'll kick it off to Cody in a minute, but like I said, I think Baker's going to get the win here, and I think the 49ers are playing better with Mac. I think they came off a big-time win last Thursday night. I could see this one being close. I could also see it being a Bucks blowout, and I could also see it being a Bucks stinker, because that's kind of what the Bucks do sometimes. Everyone's high on the Bucks, and they fall down. So I'm going to say it's a close game. I'm going to give it Bucks 24, Niners 21. I think it's a field goal walk-off McLaughlin, just like we saw last week.
I like that. And, you covered a lot of bases right there talking about Tampa Bay, so I want to talk about San Francisco a little bit. I think the biggest, besides Mac Jones, obviously, the biggest surprise has been the talent on that roster. I mean, every week they have someone else, fall down with an injury and someone else steps it up. Last year, we saw Juwan Jennings step up after Debo got hurt. And this year, we're seeing Ricky Pearsall, step into form. The talent on all bases on that roster has been, a pleasant surprise to see. And not to mention, one of the best players in the NFL, Christian McCaffrey, staying healthy and kicking ass, being the number one receiver last week, and along with the rushing upside. I think 49ers, with Mac Jones at the helm, can put anything together. Honestly, but with Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall, looks like they might be back. I believe Pearsall was at practice today. Jennings was not, but it's still looking positive. Given if both of them play, I would take the 49ers. If either of them are out, I might lean Tampa Bay. I think that roster is just too big, too good in San Francisco. The defense looks stout. The offensive line playing its ass off without Trent Williams even. Uh, and I think Baker is having an MVP season. He's my MVP pick right now. I hope he can hold on to that momentum all season long. But I'm taking San Francisco on this one.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement that Baker is the front runner for MVP right now. What he's doing is nothing short of insane. I think leader of men. We talk about the coaches being leader of men. Baker is a leader of men. I'm not a Baker guy, never have been, but it's been nice to see him turn his career around in Tampa. The Browns are the Browns. Letting him go for Deshaun Watson's comical. I was also mad at the time because I wanted the Steelers to sign Baker because nothing would have felt better than the Browns letting go the number one pick in the draft, Steelers signing him doing this, but we didn't do that. We went and got Kenny Pickett, of course. But shout out to the Bucks for giving him a real shot after the Panthers cut him and the Rams, whatever. Shout out to the Bucks for giving him his money that he deserves and earned. But we know I've said it a couple times this show. Good things happen when you give the ball to the Buckeyes. Keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Feed Egbuka, sprinkle in some Godwin, give Rashad White all the touchdowns in the goal line, please, so I can win in fantasy this week. But on the other side here, I don't know how this is going to play out. 49ers, McCaffrey's healthy. Everyone else around him's gone to shit. He's like sucking the life out of them, pause, just taking all their injury stuff and giving him perfect health, which is crazy because if you could have told me pick somebody to get hurt, it would have been McCaffrey, obviously. Mac, I've always loved Mac Jones since he was with the Patriots. I think he's a dorky white guy. And he's done fantastic, but they're so hurt. And, they are getting a couple pieces back this week, but, you lose Bosa for the year on the other side of the ball. Kittle's not back yet. Ayuk's still out. Brandon Purdy's out. Yeah, give me the Bucks here. Not by a lot. Take the over on the game. I think it's going to be like 30-27. McCaffrey's going to keep them into the game. It's like he always does. The dude's a freak of nature, but Baker continues his MVP campaign. I bet he tosses, I'm going to say 3 touchdowns this week. Give me the Bucks here.
Yeah, I mean, if that Baker-Egbuka connection, lights on fire on Sunday, I could see Tampa Bay walking away with it. An interesting stat that makes me lean towards San Francisco is Tampa Bay's red zone defense is ranked 29th in the league.
Pretty bad.
And if San Francisco can get into the red zone, I mean, Christian McCaffrey could get 3 touchdowns this week.
Why? If you drafted McCaffrey, why would anybody ever trade that guy?
I really can't explain it.
Idiot.
I can't explain it really. The only person I would listen to whenever it comes to fantasy is the guy holding the belt. Only a person that's ever won it twice. I don't know who that would be, but here's what I'll say about Mac. I hate Mac Jones for what he did to me the last 4 years. But he did bring me some joy last week watching him dry heave after he rolled his ankle. I had never seen anything like that. I was truly comical that this guy rolled his ankle or sprained his knee, whatever it was, to his lower half, and then he came off the field dry heaving three times. It was truly hilarious. But with that being said, Mac Jones is the biggest pussy in the world, because if you look up Mac Jones' ankle sprain versus the Ravens, there's a picture of him getting carried off,
underneath his arms. Yeah.
You could have said his bone was sticking out of his skin, and he twisted his ankle. So I don't like Mac for that reason, and like I said, I'm going with the Bucks.
I got Bucks. Kobe's got Niners.
All right. Yeah, I've got the 49ers. I don't know if we want to touch on the Monday games. There's not much to talk about there, and we can do that at a later date.
Sure, yeah. And a recap show. That's fine.
Yeah.
I will say I think it'll be cool if, my big thing's betting, I like throwing bets down each week. How about we each, moving forward, every episode we give our anytime touchdown, one person?
Why don't we just do it right now?
I like it.
Yeah, like right now, we give out our anytime touchdown, and we got some listeners listening. They can maybe make some money.
Perfect. Cody, you want to start us?
You say Kobe or Cody?
Cody, you can start us.
Yeah, give me Jonathan Taylor here. He's going to eat. Yeah, he's going to eat. That's what he does. Jonathan Taylor, anytime touchdown.
Give me Christian McCaffrey.
Easy money.
Christian McCaffrey is a
All
good
on
one.
Webb.
Christian McCaffrey is a good one. I'm down to two. One of them is a Monday night game we said we wouldn't talk about.
Oh, I didn't mean Jonathan Taylor. I'm sorry. I meant Josh Jacobs. My bad. I meant Josh Jacobs. I take my Jonathan Taylor off the board. Thinking Josh Jacobs.
I could steal it, but I'm not going to do that. My first initial thought was, yeah, he played bad against the Patriots last week, but I think James Cook will rebound and get a touchdown against the Falcons. But
Perfect.
I'm not going to pick that. So if you want to pick that, you can. What I'm going to pick is against the Ravens. Puka Nacua is playing out of his mind. And give me Puka anytime touchdown scorer against the Ravens.
Honorable mention James Cook.
Honorable mention James Cook.
So
I think
if you want to turn it into a four-man, turn it into a four-man.
Put that four-leg. I might just put that in for myself. Cook, Nacua, Josh Jacobs, and
Christian McCaffrey.
CMC. Yep.
That's honestly not a bad parlay.
Not bad.
We like
at
to
all.
make money around here.
You like to make money.
And I think that covers our bases for the first episode of the Chop Block, brought to you by the Fieldhouse Network. It's been an honor talking with you boys today.
Had a blast.
And tune in for all future shows. We have a lot more coming. And all right, peace out, everybody.
We got a softball podcast coming, boys. Look out for it.